Hello and welcome. Meet UIMStylish, my ultimate Iron Man with only one goal in mind: to become the most fashionable character in all of Gielinor. The way to become that is to fill out the costume room. That's the goal. Let's get into it. Okay, Tutorial Island. Haven't been here since I made my Shunk account, which is like 2,600 hours ago. Anyways, welcome everyone to a new series of mine, simply called UIMStylish, the soon-to-be most fashionable character in all of Gielinor. Soon, with a lot of sarcasm in. Because my goal is to fill up the costume room to the best of my ability. Experienced old school RuneScape players will already know that this is a forever task, because of some impossibly rare items. Well, we ignore those for now. Currently, my absolute end goal is to acquire the 3 raid outfits. Again, that is a very long time into the future. For this episode, the goal is to acquire 42 construction to unlock the costume room and the possibility to make the tea in the player-owned house. It's a surprise tool that will help us later. There's a reason I started this account now as well. Since the release of this video, Rhythm Master started a few days ago. That thing has outfit rewards. Outfit rewards you can store in your player-owned house. So yeah, I'm also going for league and special event outfits on this character. But enough introduction stuff, let's get into the plan. 42 construction is the end goal of this video, but it's only the 3rd step in my early game plan. The first step I don't even need to bond up for. Step 1 is to get 16 quest points I can do below Ice Mountain. The quests I will focus on are the ones that give me crafting or magic experience, and then just easy ones that can give me buff or coins. Let's get 16 quest points, starting with everyone's first quest, Cook's Assistant. Followed by Sheep Shearer. A quick detour to pick up the bronze scimitar spa in the Ringtown before completing Witch's Potion. Then I realized I need 15 mining for iron ore, so we get that real quick. Which also gave us 10 smithing. While in Swamp, we take the boat over and complete Mystical Mysteries for some gems to sell and 7 crafting. X marks the spot is so nice for the scroll boxes and a lamp that we'll save for later. Restless Ghost for the amulet and prayer experience. 10 prayers to start. Can't forget the training dummy in Barak. That's a free 8 attack. Doric's quest for 18 mining. Pirate's treasure gives us some more coins and sellable stuff. Rune mysteries for the future! Goblin Diplomacy for those 5 quest points. Crafting experience is also nice. Here I am manual casting on some dwarves, try and get 16 smithing for a final quest. More side quests to get 10 cooking for a red berry pie, and of course I'm gonna fail 3 out of 4 pies. This will be a pain later. Three out of 2 iron bars made, and we can go to finish the final quest. Knight's Sword. Which means we can now start below Ice Mountain. During the quest I buy myself a mithril pickaxe, and I'm actually still using it at the time of recording this. But I also need 20 attack to wield it, so more detours. Imp Catcher gives us a decent starting necklace. Then I just trained on chickens until I got 20 attack and a bonus 21 cooking. It's nice to train here at the fellow farmers can use the chickens on the fireplace to cook them. Far below the icy mountains cold, and with that we've gotten into Camdozal, where we'll get the first item we really want, that being the Imcando hammer, which means I can also buy members to actually play the game. The Imcando hammer is acquired in its broken state from baronite deposits, which you get while mining baronite. It's a 1 in 300 drop rate, so not too bad, and besides, you need 1250 baronite shards to even repair it. You can also get relics from here that we can turn into the Varrock Museum for kudos. Kudos will be needed later, so it's a good bonus. Any duplicate relics is useless, so we just drop them. The best thing about the hammer is that nowadays can be wielded in the offhand, unlocking another slot for us. Also note about random events. I can store all random event outfits in the costume room, but that requires a deconstruction, so I will not keep Beekeeper outfit pieces since that random event already gives me lamps for completing them. The others I need to have completed the outfit first. And not long after that I get the Imcando hammer. A bit underrated, I believe. The final stats were 30 mining and 33 smithing, as well as 2 relics. To work! With 400 more GP and 2 kudos, I complete Natural History quiz for 9 Slayer and 9 Hunter, and 28 more kudos. That is part 1 of the master plan completed. The next step is actually split into 3 parts that I do simultaneously. Starting with Daddy's home to kick off construction in Mahogany Homes. Mahogany Homes is the first thing that holds some very good rewards for boosting construction and leveling speed. Apart from the decent XP you get, I can also acquire the Carpenter's outfit, Amy's saw, and the plank sack. The outfit gives a slight XP bonus, which is just nice. Amy's saw like the Imancando hammer, can be wielded in the offhand as well as the main hand. And the plank sack, which might be the best for UIMs, giving us 28 inventory spaces where we can store planks. Just overall good stuff. Problem currently is to get planks, cheap and effectively. And the second part of this will solve that. A previously quite unknown minigame called Intelligence Gathering works in the way that every 30 minutes a group of gangsters spawn somewhere in Koren and disappear after 5 minutes. But they have some absolutely goated drops for this account. The material drop table is the best, with oak, teak and mahogany planks that are noted, which means we can stack them up while we gather the ones we need. The noted gold bar is bonus that will help our crafting. And they also have a 1 in 80 rune scimitar drop. That's just a good weapon to have. And finally, the minigame specific item, Legends. You can turn in this item for a training manual that you can read to get experience in either hit points, attacks, strength or defense. While explaining all this, I also worked on some quest requirements in the background, that being fletching and agility. I overtrained agility a bit since I didn't want to waste my mark. But first, Druidic Ritual for Herb were unlocked, and then using my 30 marks of grace, I now own the graceful gloves. We'll be back here a lot, don't you guys worry. Then we finish Hazel Colt, followed by finish Hazel Colt for the teaming experience. And now we actually finished at his home, getting us to 8 construction. Did the mahogany home contract behind the scenes, but here we are, finishing Client of Corrend, giving us 2 antique lamps and the Cardest's Memoirs. Cardest's Memoirs is actually the last part of step 2 in the master plan. With this and the Corrend House's questline done, we get 100 teleports around Great Corrend that will be very useful while hunting gangsters and doing mahogany homes, since the mahogany homes contracts can also be in Hosidius. The lamps are thrown on construction, giving us level 18. The first house quest is Lovakenki, the Forsaken Tower. Then some details again. Old school is just a path with every detour you can imagine. That's Plague Citadon for 32 mining. Tower of Lives gives us 13 crafting, 14 thieving and 23 construction. Here's some live footage from the stream. This is the 3rd Sergeant random event I've gotten. It's a good thing I only get 1 type of random event, but now I have 2 head slots. Cake stalls, by the way, are such a lifesaver. Good early game food and also a decent source of thieving experience. It's worth noting that I created 1500 arrows while training my fletching. That's why I'm ranging these instead of magic, which would be more useful for me. Our early game quest is done, Witch's House, for 28 hit points and 20 combat. And that is Witch's House completed, 6k HP. Skipping the Barbarian Assault Tutorial from Captain Karin gives us the Barbarian Outpost minigame teleport, which will be very useful soon. We are here to do the Waterfall quest, and a nice little time save we can do is after we get Glariel's Pebble, we can start the 3 Gnome Village quest and be instantly teleported outside the maze. If I do... What all can you use Seaweed for? Like, I know I can do it for Soda Ash to do train crafting. I guess there's something else as well that makes it more useful. Let's go inside and start 3 Gnome Village as well. And we got a lot of mice. The one in Karamia is pretty good. Nice. Can I go over the battlefield or does everyone attack me? I guess I shouldn't go around here. Yeah, Tower of Life I did as well. I did Tower of Life for construction spares. I'm gonna use Claire's Urn on the Chalice. That should finish this quest. Strength, full bars. 31 strength, 32 attack, 29 combat. 9 combat levels gained. After the stream, I got 27 construction, so I can build the easy clue stashes. A goal for later. Then I tried a construction method recommended by a friend, making clay furnaces in Remington. Since there are clay rocks in the Remington mine as well as a sink, I can mine clay, make it into soft clay with water in a bowl, and then build them. 3 soft clay gives me 30 construction experience, so it's a cheap way to train construction if I want to do something else than gangsters. Some pre-ramble for this clip. There are 2 types of gang bosses during the intelligence gathering minigame. Female with a sword and a male with throwing knives. Both have a max hit of 30, making them quite dangerous, but the male one is range, which hinders me from safe spotting him, unless I outrange him, which I'll learn later. Luckily, the 1 hour despawn timer for UIMs make it quite rare to lose items. Occasionally, someone comes and steals your gangster as the minigame no longer is slept on. But this dude at least apologized. It's nice to see good people from time to time. While editing, I also notice now that I'm missing the recording for completing Tales of the Righteous. But in that quest, you kill a lizard man and it gives me 3 lizard leathers, which can be used for a Saracen outfit. 3 is the exact number needed for the hat, so I trained some crafting to be able to make one. Then I realized I also need 10 defense. Did someone say detour? Well, after getting a current easy dire task done by sailing to Land's End, I get my ass handed to me by a gang boss again, but there's 5 defense, 31 combat and 25 magic on these gangsters. Ten defense for the Saracen hat. A boosted magic and it can also be stored in the costume room. "30 construction. Ardone easy dire tasks, steal from Bakerstall. 12 hunter. And finally 20 thieving. That is all the quest skill requirements done. Depths of Despair completed. The Queens of Thieves done. Finally, the Ascent of Archaea is giving us 100 out of 100 charges in Cardest's Memoirs. All the teleports in it. "33 magic for the telegraph, which unlocks the final quest that I want to do in this episode. And for you guys telling me to get a looting bag, I finally did. So now I can put extra stuff in there and save all the herbs and get for later. Unfortunately, random events gear can't be put in there as it's not tradable. Meadows and shorts give us the second leg slot, which means more clutter. I really want to get that 42 construction now. We have killed enough gangsters to get 4 attack, which means if I ever get the rune Skimmy, I can use it. Lumber cheesy dire task, mine some iron alcarid. 40 construction, we are so close. Koren medium dire task, teleport to all 5 places with the memoir. 9 fishing from the second Bob random. Quite late I realized I completed the Ardone easy diet task of using the altar. I also grinded Chaos Druids for Law Runes. I managed to get both a Ruby and Emerald drop during that grind. Law Runes are 1 in 18.29, while the Ruby is 1 in 2048. With the Law Rune, I can finally start Giant Dwarf. I also want to show you guys how messed up the pathfinding is on the second floor of the Council House in Keldrim. But hey, Giant Dwarf completed. Giving us a bunch of XP and different stuff, but no construction experience, which I thought, so I was slightly disappointed there. But then, it was again time to boot up the stream for 42 construction. Seems like I'm gonna get the level up when I complete this. But then we got the level I've been going for the last week or so. There's Barber. There we go. Cup of tea, and that's 42 construction. We can now build a costume room. Some agility pyramid to get the last GP to buy the costume room. And the kitchen. Keepers also gives you lamp. So I don't really need to worry about that one. What? Wait, what? You're telling me I'm gonna do this on the first try? And that's a medium combat task. Nice. This way. Does the kitchen have 2 openings? Look at that, guys. We have a costume room. Looks like it. Yeah, there we go. Now we've got the kitchen and the costume room. Let's go. In the kitchen I built the oak larder, wooden shelves, tree, fancy range and a pump and drain. That will allow me to make a porcelain cup of tea. 4, right? Do I have exactly the amount of oak planks I need? I have exactly the amount of oak planks I need. Nice. That's so good. Can you drop stuff in player in the house? Only, not while in building mode. So how much space do I need while doing... I need a teacup, a kettle, leaves. So that will need... Oh, that's space for activities. Yeah, look at that. Inventory space. Never had that before. He gives me a +2 construction boost, which allows me to build both an oak magic wardrobe and an oak fancy chest. Which means I can now store 7 mage sets and 2 random event costumes. That finishes this episode. I want at the end of every episode to try to make a Fashionable outfit. But all I have today is my cam outfit, Forester's backpack, Incando hammer, Amulet of Accuracy and Cardest's Memoirs. Not much to work with, but looks like I'm ready to go hunting or build a camp. But that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you so very much for watching. Leave any feedback down in the comments and subscribe not to miss the next episode. And see ya.